यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई से लघु उद्योग हो, सूक्ष्म उद्योग हो, कुटीर उद्योग हो, आप सबसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं हैं। आपको भी पता है, जब भारत समृद्धि के शिखर पर था, तब भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था का मुख्य आधार हमारे एमएसएमईज थे, हमारे लघु और कुटीर उद्योग थे। भारत की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, भारत में बने सामानों की क्वालिटी बेहतर होती थी। हमें उस गौरव को वापस पाना है। हमारे लघु उद्योग जो बनाए, वो दुनिया में हर कसौटी पर बेस्ट हो, उत्तम से उत्तम हो।
Hello and welcome. You're watching The Trending Show with me, Akanksha Khajuri, and this evening we have the top trending stories of the day for you. First up, we'll show you the key moments from Charlie Kirk's memorial service. His wife forgave the shooter, saying that it was what Christ did and it's what Charlie would have done. And then another viral moment from the memorial service. After their public fallout, Donald Trump and Elon Musk were seen sitting side by side and chatting as well. We'll show you those visuals, and then we'll show you how at the memorial service, Donald Trump's eldest son mimicked him, and then to a story in the United States that concerns Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be meeting US Secretary of State Marco Rubio tomorrow. Will there be a trade breakthrough? Well, only the time will tell, and we will keep you updated on that. And then to Zubeen Garg's last rites in India, which will be done tomorrow. The entire country is mourning the death of the iconic Assamese singer. And lastly, we will tell you about the Labubu that has lost its charm. Company stock have fell by nearly 9%. And these are the top trending stories that we are tracking for you this evening. Let's get started. Thousands gathered at a packed State Farm Stadium in Arizona on Sunday to pay tribute and honor the right-wing activist Charlie Kirk. And as you saw in the visuals, thousands gathered at that stadium in Arizona on Sunday to pay tribute and honor the right-wing activist Charlie Kirk, who, remember, was killed over a week ago on September 10th while speaking at the Utah Valley University for the American Comeback Tour, which invited students on the college campuses to debate on the hot-button issues. In the arena packed with supporters and famous MAGA faces such as President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance and, among others, Erica Kirk, wife of slain Charlie Kirk, took to the podium delivering a tearful speech in which she said that she has forgiven her husband's alleged killer.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life. That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him. I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
And she also recounted the moment when she saw her husband's body after he had been assassinated, saying that she experienced a level of heartache I did not even know existed. When she saw his body, she said she saw the faintest smile on his lips, telling her that he did not suffer and that there was no fear or agony when he died. The 36-year-old also said that she would take forward her husband's work. She's been elected as the CEO of Turning Point USA, and that the campus events will continue, adding, and I quote, "No assassin will ever stop us for standing up to defend those rights ever."
Pointed in the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA. I do not take that lightly. Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission. Everything that Turning Point USA built through Charlie's vision and hard work, we will make 10 times greater through the power of his memory. Chapters will grow. Thousands of new ones will be created. TPUSA Faith will add thousands of new pastors and congregations. And the First Amendment protects our right to do both. No assassin will ever stop us from standing up to defend those rights, ever.
And Charlie Kirk's memorial ended with US President Donald Trump's speech, in which he celebrated the right-wing activist's life and ramped up his political rhetoric against his opponent. He further went on to describe Charlie Kirk as a great American hero. Watch this.
Did what was right for our nation. And so on that terrible day, September 10th, 2025, our greatest evangelist for American liberty became immortal. He's a martyr now for American freedom. I know I speak for everyone here today when I say that none of us will ever forget Charlie Kirk, and neither now will history.
And Donald Trump, with his usual flamboyance, then went on to add that his philosophy towards his opponent was different from Charlie Kirk. Listen in to what he said.
He was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
Charlie Kirk's memorial, which saw thousands and thousands of people converge at the sports stadium in Arizona, also resulted in a union between US President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. In fact, at one stage, the tech billionaire, who had a bitter and a public fallout with the American president earlier this year, sat next to each other, and the pair took hands. They shook hands and chatted as well. This is the first time that the two have been seen publicly together since Elon Musk exited the government in May earlier this year, and ever since then the two have had a high-profile falling out, which even saw Elon Musk threatening to start his own new political party. It is reported that Kirk acted as a mediator of sorts between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. The Tesla and ex-CEO even posted a photo of his reunion with Donald Trump with a caption, "For Charlie." And what is also going viral on social media, ladies and gentlemen, is a professional lip reader's analysis of Donald Trump and Elon Musk's conversation. The lip reader reveals that Donald Trump greeted Elon Musk with a friendly, "How are you doing?" Trump then reportedly followed up with, "I heard you wanted to chat." With UFC icon Dana White joining the conversation, Donald Trump also reportedly suggested, "Let's try and work out how to get back on track," responding to which Elon Musk in fact nodded. And then Donald Trump folded his hands and allegedly said, "I've missed you." The memorial also witnessed some deeply emotional moments. Anger surfaced as several speakers gave in to their feelings. Reports suggest that Donald Trump himself became visibly overwhelmed during the service. In a viral image, his son Eric Trump can be seen standing beside him, gently rubbing his back in support. Have a look. Another moment that has gone viral on social media came when Erica Kirk raised her hand in a gesture that means "I love you" in a sign language, and a silent yet powerful tribute to her late husband. And Donald Trump Jr. also lightened the atmosphere at the Charlie Kirk's memorial by humorously mimicking his father, recalling moments when the president urged him to tone down his social media posts. Donald Trump, meanwhile, looked rather proud at the accuracy of the mimicry. Watch this.
Widely known for being a sentimental guy. Anyone who's seen me on social media knows I'm far more likely to crack a joke or get myself in trouble for posting some grossly inappropriate memes than I am to shed a tear. I know this because I've even gotten the call from that guy a couple times. "You know, Don, you're getting a little aggressive on social media, Don, relax." But last week, when I received word that Charlie, who was like a little brother to me, had been assassinated, I was truly devastated. We all were. And we're here today to celebrate the way he lived his life and to remember the way he changed so many of ours. To say Charlie knew more about the Bible than me is an understatement, folks. It's like saying Donald Trump knows more about being president than Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris. No kidding. But when Charlie was asked in an interview how he'd want to be remembered, he said, "I want to be remembered for my courage, for my faith." And let me tell you guys, those were not empty words. Last week, Charlie joined a long line of courageous men and women who were martyred for what they believe.
Now shifting our focus to another story from the United States that concerns India. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is all set for his first face-to-face with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio in New York tomorrow. The high-stakes meeting comes on the sideline of the 80th United Nations General Assembly at a time when US-India ties are under the global spotlight. The timing could not be more crucial days after President Donald Trump's steep 25 tariff strikes on Indian goods. And on the table are trade tensions, Russian oil, Indo-Pacific security, and the future of India-US partnership. Jaishankar is not just meeting Rubio, he'll also be carrying India's voice to the United Nations with his national statement, which is scheduled later this week. And alongside that, he's already begun a flurry of bilaterals there, starting with Philippines Foreign Affairs Secretary, strengthening the regional security and maritime cooperation. A tough but pivotal reset in India-US narrative could be expected this week. Parallel trade talks led by Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal will decide the economic front, while Jaishankar's diplomatic outreach may set the tone for global alignments. Will Washington ease its tariff stance is something that remains to be seen. Will India draw a red line on H-1B visa fee? All eyes on New York as diplomacy and trade collide. And joining me live is National Security and Foreign Policy Analyst Siddhant Kishore. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. Now, S. Jaishankar will be meeting with the counterpart in United States tomorrow in New York. How crucial is that? Because that is coming at a time when there are concerns regarding H-1B visa. There's also trade tensions between India and United States, and also 50% tariff that has been imposed on India. How crucial will this meeting be, according to you?
Well, thank you, Akanksha. This meeting is likely to be going to be very crucial. Priority for India is to secure a complete relief from these punitive measures, from these protectionist measures. That also includes 25% extra punitive, tariffs on Indian exports. And for the United States, the priority remains to gain deeper market access, something that India has not been very actively being negotiated to. So this is going to be very crucial, and I think the H-1B visa problem that the Trump administration has created just now, although this is very unilateral, this is completely a domestic issue for the United States, but it has a very wide-reaching implication in India. As you must be aware that more than 70% of H-1B visa holders are Indian citizens. So many elements to this negotiation, but the trajectory of these negotiations, it is very difficult to keep a track on at this point, because this negotiations is being held by some of the most senior member of Trump administration. And we also know for a fact that the Trade and Commerce Minister from India, Mr. Piyush Goyal, is also a part of this negotiation right now. So at this point, we must keep an eye out on the reports that are coming. I'm suspicious if we are going to get too much of a concrete result. But of course, talking is one thing, and we must keep talking. India must keep talking to the United States and the other way around. But expecting that Trump administration may give some concession on the H-1B visa situation, I think that's too far a stretch. So the concentration must be to give some market access to the United States while also expecting the United States to lift its punitive measures on Indian exports.
Absolutely, and this is on the diplomatic front. If we talk about the economic front, Piyush Goyal is also there. He will be meeting with the officials. United States wants its way in the agriculture sector in the country, and India has said a big no to that. So how do you think these trade talks between Piyush Goyal and the officials there are going to pan out, and how crucial will that be? Will there be a thaw? It's something that remains to be seen, but your take on this?
Sure. I think giving market access to the agriculture sector is a big problem in India, given that the agriculture sector is the primary base of the Indian economy. So I am doubtful if Piyush Goyal is going to give too much concessions to his counterpart during the negotiation. However, there are different leverage, there are different cards that India can definitely use in this situation. India has also cemented ties with other partners in the BRIC nation. Also, in the recent days, we have seen India and Japan signing critical agreements on strategic partnership. So these are a few things that India is positioning itself in the global frontier as a counterweight to China. So at this point, we also must understand that the outcome of these trade negotiations will also be closely observed by China, on the other hand, because we must know that China, as the global competitor of the United States, is observing this meeting. Whatever the outcome might emerge out of this meeting, China is going to take cognizance of the facts, and it is going to react equally. So I do not want to keep my hopes too much high. It's good to be pessimistic about the outcomes right now than be hopeful and then proven wrong later on. So I think these are the few takeaways that I must highlight. However, we must also remember that India's economy is a very strong one. It has stood in different tests of time, despite several problems in the past. India's reform policies and India's diversification of economic and trade deals are something that have always stood. So I think the priority for India must be to circumvent these problems, circumvent these tariff situation, and diversify its trade partnerships. So Japan is one of those candidates, and there are several other candidates, as you also introduced initially, that India and Philippines have also signed strategic partnership agreements lately. So there is a lot of market that India can tap into as it navigates its difficult relationship with the United States right now. So many moving bits and pieces, but yeah. Let's keep our hope in check while both leaders from India and United States are negotiating with each other.
Absolutely. Will there be a breakthrough as far as the H-1B concern is concerned, and also the tariff? That is something that remains to be seen. Thanks so much, Siddhant Kishore, for speaking to Republic TV and giving your perspective on this. And this is all we could pack for you in this bulletin of trending. We'll be back tomorrow with much more interesting story. Coming up next is the debate with Arnab Goswami. Keep watching Republic TV. Good night.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला। मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
Last night, someone dropped the kapoors. Well, almost. But Cubo AI stopped them with an automatic spotlight and a blaring alarm.
Cubo smart security cameras. Not just record, it protects.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
MDH।
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के साथ ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स लागू हो जाएंगे। एक तरह से कल से देश में जीएसटी बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है। इस जीएसटी बचत उत्सव में आपकी बचत बढ़ेगी और आप अपनी पसंद की चीजों को और ज्यादा आसानी से खरीद पाएंगे। नए स्वरूप में मुख्य रूप से अब सिर्फ 5% और 18% के ही टैक्स स्लैब रहेंगे। इसका मतलब है रोजमर्रा के इस्तेमाल की ज्यादातर चीजें और सस्ती हो जाएगी। खाने पीने का सामान, दवाइयां, साबुन, ब्रश, पेस्ट, स्वास्थ्य और जीवन बीमा, ऐसे अनेकों सामान, अनेकों सेवाएं या तो टैक्स फ्री होगी या फिर केवल 5% टैक्स देना होगा। जीएसटी कम होने से अब देश के नागरिकों के लिए अपने सपने पूरे करना और आसान होगा। घर बनाना, टीवी, फ्रिज खरीदने की बात हो, स्कूटर, बाइक, कार खरीदना हो, ये सब पर अब कम खर्च करना होगा। आपके लिए घूमना फिरना भी सस्ता होगा।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
Last night, someone stole my car. Well, almost. But Cubo AI stopped him with an automatic spotlight and a blaring alarm.
Cubo smart security cameras. Not just record, it protects.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
I choose a world where we dream, and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
साथियों, विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें आत्मनिर्भरता के रास्ते पर चलना ही होगा और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का बहुत बड़ा दायित्व हमारे एमएसएमईज यानी हमारे लघु, मध्यम और कुटीर उद्योगों पर भी है, जो देश के लोगों की जरूरत कम है, जो हम देश में ही बना सकते हैं, वो हमें देश में ही बनाना चाहिए। साथियों, जीएसटी की दरें कम होने से नियम और प्रक्रियाएं और आसान बनने से हमारे एमएसएमईज, हमारे लघु उद्योगों को, कुटीर उद्योगों को बहुत फायदा होगा। उनकी बिक्री बढ़ेगी और टैक्स भी कम देना पड़ेगा, यानी उनको भी डबल फायदा होगा। इसलिए आज मेरी एमएसएमई
Pak Air Force slaughters its own people. PAF bombs village near Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Pakistan's warplane targets its own people. Debating tonight at 8 p.m. H-1B visas hit with $1 lakh shock. Trump's H-1B hike stuns global tech talent. H-1B fee, challenge or opportunity ahead. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
You came in, there were already so many legendary voices at that time. It might have been very difficult to get recognized or get noticed.
Success, career oriented गाना कभी सीखा नहीं। गाना सीखा क्योंकि मुझे गाना था, अच्छा गाना था। That was my only concern. And to sing in my voice. उसके लिए it is very important you do classical riyaz to get your own voice. आकार करने से आपका आत्मा का जो रूह है, it comes out.
H-1B visas hit with $1 lakh shock. Trump's H-1B hike stuns global tech talent. H-1B fee, challenge or opportunity ahead. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
His Hanuman Chalisa, it has got, you know how many hits? Over 5 billion hits.
अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबैसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित के कैसा
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.